I got this book at the school. It's called 2 Minute Mysteries. So I read through it. I was thinking, and like we could try to solve the mystery, and there's the answer to the mystery. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Give me a mystery. Let me try to figure this shit out.
Yeah, let's try to see if we can figure it out. Okay. This one's called The Case of the Attempted Murder. Jack Alden's account of the attempted strangling of Miss McHenry is pretty far-fetched, Inspector Winters told Dr. Haldejan. Yet he passed a lie detector test. Alden drives a delivery truck for Best Cleaners, explained the inspector. At 5 minutes before noon Tuesday, he drove to the McHenry house and stopped the truck in the driveway. He spent about 2 minutes filling out his delivery reports for the morning. Then he got out with a dress and 2 suits. As he closed the cab door, he noticed his front wheels were parked on the garden hose, which ran from the outlet by the garage around the back of the house. Alden claims he got back into the truck and drove forward a few feet, so that his engine was in McHenry's empty garage. Here he noticed the door between the kitchen and the garage was open. He saw Miss McHenry lying on the floor by the stove. He rushed to her, he says, and was trying to revive her when Mr. McHenry came through the open door of the garage. McHenry had taken the day off to water his backyard garden. He had been hosing down his floor beds and hedges for half an hour when he noticed the truck in his garage. He walked over to investigate. "We can't get McHenry," concluded the inspector, to state definitely whether he thinks Alden was trying to throttle his wife or revive her. No wonder why the lie detector test didn't trap Alden, says Haljan. Why not? Why did the lie detector test fail, I guess, is the question of this.
Maybe because I don't know if they got enough of his evidence of whatever he was doing.
That's a fair statement. Not enough evidence. But the question is, do you think he was guilty or innocent?
What do you do? What was he doing again?
So, I guess Alden saw the whole thing happen. Like he drove up to it, from what I gather from this reading here.
Then he's in it. Then if he saw.
Well, he saw it, but the question is, was he a part of it?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's two different. Well, if he saw it, that's just him being witnessing it. Then, he wasn't a part of it. Obviously, I mean, he saw it. I mean, I guess he could have been and showed up, but.
I think you're onto something. So the answer happens when I turn the book around, upside down. It gives me the answer.
It does it really?
Yeah, that's the way the book's set up.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So here we go. Because Alden told the truth, Haljan deduced that McHenry, while throttling his wife, had been surprised by the arrival of the delivery man and had hurried to the backyard in his alibi of hosing his garden. He had been there all the time. He would have investigated why the water stopped flowing. The truck wheels were parked on the garden hose for about 2 minutes. So basically the husband was, he was like, oh shit, I'm going to be caught murdering my wife. And just tried to run and hide.
Oh, shit. So you said, it was the husband that...
Yeah, he throttled his wife and then he tried to run to the garden to...
Oh.
Basically just like water the flowers and pretend like, what? What happened to my wife? Oh shit.
But he did it though.
Yeah, he was just like,
okay.
Shit, they caught me.
That's fucked up. That's a fucked up.
Well, these stories are fucked up. Guess what? I got this, it's for children. This book is for children.
Jesus.
It's scholastic. For easy readers.
Where'd you get that?
I got it at the school. It's one of the books they're getting rid of. And I was just like, well, this seems like something fun that we could do for, I don't know, just I read it to you and then we discuss it. I don't know. And it's very easy to read. It's like 1.5 pages.
Okay.
And that's the most reading I like to do.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a big reader. I'm trying to get more into reading because I'd like to write my own book. Because I think that'd be like awesome to have my name in a book.
Yeah, no. Whatever your goal would do. I'm trying to think, what was I gonna... So that was was that a reader? What were you saying? That was a... So the father got...
The husband turned out to be the murderer.
Jeez.
How about I go through another story here?
Yeah.
This is called The Case of the Attic Suicide.
Yeah, go ahead.
Motoring through Ash City, Dr. Helgen decided to drop in on his old friend Carl Messner. At Messner's home, he was shocked to learn that 3 days earlier his friend had hanged himself.
Oh.
Carl Messner was in excellent health and in spirits when I heard from him last month. The sheriff, I can't believe he committed suicide. He did, I investigated it myself, replied the sheriff. Here's all there is to the case. Archie Carter, Miss Messner's manservant, was returning to the house late that night when he noticed a light in the attic. As Carter got out of his car, he saw through the open attic window that Mr. Messner knotting a rope around his neck. The other end of the rope was tied to a rafter. Then Mr. Messner calmly kicked away the small stool he was standing on, and that was it. Carter found the house doors locked. He had forgotten his key, so he ran to the neighbor and telephoned me. He reported to me exactly what I've told you, said the sheriff. When I got out of the Messner house, I had to force the front door open. Then Carter and I dashed up 3 floors to the attic. Mr. Messner was dead. The coroner had no doubt death was from hanging. The attic floor was clear except for the little stool that lay overturned by the door and a broken clay jug that must have been hit by the stool, concluded the sheriff. I'd like to go out to the house again, said the detective. From what you've told me of Carter's story, how did Helgen know? So the question is, I guess, is was it necessarily, I guess, a typical hanging? The person really want to kill himself?
I don't know. Jeez. Were they teaching us shit? Reading these?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised that this is a kid's book. I started reading through this shit and I'm like, this is fucking dark. Holy. This is fucked up. This is.
I hope that. I hope that.
I think I might read just a couple more stories and then like be like, no, fuck this.
Switch the card.
Then, yeah, then we probably have more fun with the cards. But this is kind of fucked. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I don't know what I'm getting.
I'm not even sure what we're getting from this, but the question is typical hanging or not so much, I guess.
I think he did it on purpose to hang himself, whoever this guy is.
Okay.
What was his name? I mean, I'm.
I gotta be honest
There's
with
so
you.
much.
There's so many characters going on in
There's
these
so much
stories.
shit I'm trying to process it. I can't even fucking process it.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's like one of those stories where you think to yourself, "What the fuck?"
I think he did it on purpose or whatever shit because I guess he's fucked up.
Okay. Archie Carter claimed he saw Carl Messner kick the small stool from under him. However, standing on the ground, Carter could never have seen a small stool through an attic window 3 stories above him.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess he lied about what he saw.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's
Okay, how about I just do like 2 more stories and
Yeah,
then
that's fine. Yeah.
try to pick some of the best ones.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. So for the first of the 2, last 2, how about this? The Case of the Dead Judge.
That could be a book, you know?
I mean, some of these stories are the stories of their own. I swear to
The
God.
Case of the Dead Judge. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
And the name of the detective in these stories is Dr. Helgen. It's tough to pronounce the name, so I'm just gonna say the detective.
Okay.
Who are you? Demanded the detective of the sallow stranger who answered the doorbell at Judge Casper's residence. I'm Bernard Mitchell, Judge Casper's new law clerk, was blurted the answer. The judge just killed himself. The solemn man led the detective into the den. Judge Casper lay slumped across his desk. Gripped in his left hand was a .32 revolver. His right hand rested on the desk beside a note. The detective read, "Since giving Arthur Brennett a suspended sentence, I have been the target of a defaming, whispering campaign. I do not have the strength to keep asserting that I was not bought off. Were I younger, I should fight this libel, but for that I do not possess enough strength," said Mitchell. The judge had been under attack. Since he left Brennett, the influence peddler, so lightly last year, somebody started rumors that he'd been bribed. The remarks were libelous, and I kept urging him to sue, but he said he was too old for a fight. The detective completed his examination of the bullet wound. He's been dead only a few minutes. Did you hear the shot? Yes, I dashed in here and found him already dead. How long have you been the judge's law clerk? And he's like, only a week. Well, you better come with me to the police, said the detective. They'll want to hear your alibi. Why did the detective suspect Mitchell? What did Mitchell do that I guess made him like, you know, because he's the judge's clerk, he comes in there, it's like, he's been shot! And you know.
I feel like it's one of your workers.
I gotta tell you, like, I think it's kind of fucked up. But, oh no! He been shot!
So he comes in and says he's been shot?
Yeah, but the guy's only been dead like for 2 minutes, so there's gotta be more to the story. Like, the guy's freshly dead.
Freshly dead. I definitely think there's more to it, like you said.
There's more to it.
I don't know what to. I guess I don't know what to make out of that one. How do we know he didn't do it and then came in and said?
You know, he might be onto something.
And then he said he's dead. You know, because what the fuck is?
You know, I think you might have actually solved this case because the detective knew Mitchell wasn't a law clerk like he claimed to be.
Mm-hmm.
He and the judge's suicide note misused a legal term to describe the defaming rumors as libel instead of the proper word slander. So certain phrasing made it clear that the guy who said he was the clerk, didn't do the clerking, I guess. And I think he probably did the murder though.
Yeah, I'm thinking because that's why the fuck you come.
Well, why did Rowdy do his face go, he dead?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you gotta make a phone call or some shit? I don't know.
Probably, or at least something. I'm trying to think. I don't know what's it tell you otherwise? And it does it say what it was basically?
Well, yeah, this was basically what it turned out to, the page that was.
Oh,
That's about all I get from it, more than that.
Oh.
Let's see. These stories are dark as hell.
Yeah.
It's like for a kid reading level though.
What school did you get it from? The middle school or the elementary school?
Well, the middle school.
Okay, so.
But I mean, I guess it's okay, but at the same time, they're pretty dark.
If it's going to the elementary school.
No, if it's elementary, that'd be fucked up. But,
yeah, that's what.
But I gotta tell you, it's like for young readers, it feels like on a level with us. Like it's not like making them to be in middle school and then reading about vicious murders. I just kind of feel like I don't know, is it too young? Maybe not, but
It can be.
I don't know.
I don't know. Tell you the truth.
Okay, here's the last story.
Okay.
The case of the hitchhiker.
Hmm.
Boy, thanks for the lift, exclaimed the young man as he slid off his knapsack and climbed into the front seat of an air-conditioned patrol car beside Sheriff Monahan. Say, aren't you going to arrest me for bumming a ride? Not today, replied the sheriff. Too busy. The young man grinned in relief. He took a chocolate bar from his knapsack, broke off a piece, and offered the rest to the sheriff. No thanks, said the police officer, accelerating the car. You chasing someone? Asked the hitchhiker. 4 men just held up the First National Bank. They escaped in a big black sedan. Hey, gasped the hitchhiker. I saw a black sedan about 10 minutes ago. They had 4 men in it. They nearly ran me off the road. First car I saw in an hour, but they took a left turn. They're headed west, not north. Sheriff Monahan braked the patrol car and swung it around. The young man began peeling an orange, putting the rinds tightly into his paper bag.
Why the fuck do we gotta worry about what he's peeling?
Look at that heat shining off the road ahead, said the sheriff. Must be 85 in the shade today. Must be, argued the hitchhiker. Wait, you passed the turnoff. Where are you going? To the police station, snapped the sheriff. A decision to which the detective hardly agreed upon, hearing the hitchhiker's story. How come? Why did the policeman turn on the hitchhiker, I guess? So the hitchhiker saying all this stuff. It's like, oh, they can give me a ride. And then it's like, but something in the way that the hitchhiker told the story, I think made him guilty.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it sounds. You think it's because he. So he got guilty from doing. He said something to the. To what, the cop or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I guess I'm confused on that one. What do you get out of it, Morales?
I'm not. I started reading these stories thinking that I can solve them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm dog shit at solving cases. I'm starting to realize. I thought like this would be one of those things where like debating it. And I'm like, so he had to have done this before he had to have done this. And I'm just like drawing a blank every time I'm reading these stories. I'm like, oh, he's guilty now. That's literally what I'm getting as I'm reading this. What the fuck?
Shit.
But the main thing is here, as I turned it around here, it says the hitchhiker quickly confessed to being one of the holdup gang because he was left behind to misdirect the pursuit. His story was phony because he broke off a piece of chocolate standing for more than an hour in 85-degree heat. As he claimed, the chocolate bar would have been soup by that point.
I mean, it's hot for.
Yeah, so since the heat was on,
It's not.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah,
That would be.
that would turn into.
It'd be soup.
That would turn into soup.
It'd be a soup bar.
I know, right?
A Nestle Punch.